18 years old, world champion, the youngest in darts history, Luke, the Nuke. Littler's meteoric rise has captivated millions worldwide. But the real story isn't just about perfect throws and tournament trophies. It's about the ordinary family from Warrington who nurtured something extraordinary. A taxi driver dad, a mum who sells scented candles, siblings who've kept him grounded, and a grandmother who predicted greatness when her grandson was still in diapers. The foundation, Anthony and Lisa's leap of faith. There's nothing flashy about Anthony Buckley and Lisa Littler. He navigates Warrington's streets as a cab driver. She works the counter at Yankee Candle. They're working-class parents who made an accidental discovery that would change their lives forever. The origin story sounds almost mythical now. Anthony wandered into a pound shop when Luke was barely 18 months old and grabbed a magnetic dartboard, just a cheap toy to occupy a restless toddler. But Lisa and Anthony noticed something unusual right away. This child in diapers naturally adopted the proper throwing stance. His coordination seemed impossibly advanced for his age. They didn't manufacture a prodigy through pressure or manipulation. They simply recognized what was happening and gave Luke access to a real dartboard, then stepped back and watched. The milestones came fast. A 180 at age 6, a 9-dart finish at 13. Through every achievement, Anthony and Lisa maintained their role as supporters, not stage parents. They never pushed Luke toward darts. He gravitated toward it obsessively, once crying when they tried to take the board away. December 2024 at Alexandra Palace revealed the emotional core of their relationship. Luke had just won his opening match against Ryan Makel at the World Championship, but something cracked inside him. The moment the interview started, tears streamed down his face. Cameras captured Anthony and Lisa rushing to their son's side, wrapping him in their arms as he struggled to breathe through the pressure. Luke later confessed that his bottom fell out when the referee said, "Game on." The weight of expectations had crushed him temporarily. His parents were his anchor in that storm. Lisa embodies raw emotion. Spectators have watched her cover her face during tense moments, unable to look but unable to leave. Anthony provides steadier energy but remains equally invested. For years, he juggled taxi shifts with Luke's tournament schedule, driving his son across the country while other kids carpooled to football practice. Even now, with Luke earning millions and moving the family into a £6,000 monthly mansion on Millionaires Row in Warrington, the dynamics haven't shifted. Anthony and Lisa aren't chasing fame, they're protecting their son's well-being. After Luke's dominant 7-3 victory over Michael van Gerwen in the 2025 World Championship final, PDC cameras caught the moment perfectly. Lisa screamed in pure delight while Anthony leaped up, applauding. Raw, unfiltered joy. Not about money, not about status, just parents watching their teenage son fulfill a childhood dream. The siblings, Leon and Caitlin's quiet pride. Luke shares his life with two older siblings who've watched his ascent with remarkable perspective and zero jealousy. Leon Littler, now 21, tends bar at the Mill House, a Joseph Holt pub minutes from the family home in Padgate. During Luke's historic 2024 World Championship run, the Mill House transformed into Celebration Central. Leon stood behind that bar, surrounded by neighbours and friends, the pub absolutely packed with supporters. His girlfriend Katie and baby son George were there too, witnessing history as a family. George holds special significance. When Leon's son was born in 2023, Uncle Luke immediately purchased him a dartboard and a new pram. He's already envisioning the day George throws his first competitive dart. Leon jokes that his son smiles and gurgles whenever Luke appears on television, some kind of innate recognition that his uncle is someone exceptional. The age gap and fame differential haven't created distance between the brothers. Leon told reporters that Luke remains the same, caring, down-to-earth brother he grew up with. Success hasn't manufactured arrogance. Fame hasn't erected walls. Luke still prioritizes family time as sacred. Caitlin Littler prefers staying outside the spotlight, maintaining her privacy deliberately, but her social media reveals fierce sibling pride. After Luke's quarterfinal demolition of Brendan Dolan in the 2024 World Championship, Caitlin posted, "The dream continues. Speechless, he's done it again." Never ever been more proud of someone. What a night. She witnessed both the monumental moments and the mundane ones. When Luke captured his second Modus Super Series title in August 2023, Caitlin wrote, "You just continue to amaze us all every day. We all love you so much. Keep smashing it." Her messages radiate genuine affection, not reflected glory. This is a sister who watched her little brother practice endlessly in their family home, who believed in him before the world learned his name. January 2025 brought a family celebration in Benidorm after Luke's World Championship triumph. Luke, his parents, Leon, Leon's partner, baby George, and Caitlin all soaked up Spanish sunshine together. Leon even entered a local darts tournament with Luke cheering from the crowd, a perfect role reversal capturing their relationship. No competition, no resentment, just family supporting family. The grandparents. Carol and Phil's early vision. Luke's grandmother Carol saw it before anyone else. When Luke was just 2 years old, Carol watched him throw darts and immediately understood. Years later, she told reporters, "He started playing darts when he was 2 and you could see it. He was born to play darts. He gets it from his grandfather." Luke's grandfather Phil played darts himself, though he admits with self-deprecating humor that he never approached his grandson's level. Phil remembers Luke at age 4, standing on a stool just to reach the board and retrieve his darts. Even then, the boy possessed something special: composure under pressure, natural rhythm, focus that seemed impossible for someone so young. Carol's early prediction proved prophetic. By 2025, Luke had rewritten darts history. And in April 2025, Carol finally experienced watching her grandson walk on stage as world champion in person. At 81 years old, she attended the Premier League event at Manchester's AO Arena, her first time witnessing Luke compete live in the Premier League. The moment was captured beautifully, Carol embracing Luke before his match against Gerwyn Price. Visibly emotional, tears streaming. Anthony shared a photo on social media with this caption, "Finally got me mum to the darts tonight at Manchester." 81 years young to watch her grandson, Luke the Nuke Littler, walk on as a world champion and get a win meant the world to me. Luke delivered. Despite Price throwing a 9-dart finish against him, Luke won 6-3, advancing to the semi-finals. For Carol, it represented the culmination of a journey beginning 2 decades earlier with a toddler and a dartboard. The boy she proclaimed was born to play darts had validated her prophecy on the sport's biggest stages. The first love, Eloise Milburn and growing pains. Luke's romantic life went public during his stunning run to the 2024 World Championship final. Standing beside his parents in the Alexandra Palace crowd was 21-year-old Eloise Milburn, and their relationship immediately sparked controversy. Luke and Eloise met in August 2023 on the development tour in Leicester. Contrary to viral rumours, they didn't connect playing FIFA online that was fabricated. They actually met through darts, becoming friends at a Milton Keynes tournament before romance developed. Eloise is an amateur darts player herself, competing for Surrey women's team and playing at Walton Working Men's Club. She's also a beauty consultant and talented singer, with a viral TikTok cover of Adele's Easy on Me, accumulating thousands of views. The relationship went public weeks before the 2024 World Championship. Luke was 16. Eloise was 21. The 5-year age gap triggered immediate online abuse directed at Eloise. She faced accusations of gold digging, of exploiting a teenage athlete for fame and money. The criticism was relentless and vicious. Luke confronted it directly. During a press conference after reaching the World Championship final, he addressed the controversy head-on. "We're going to stick together now. We have been going for the past few months. We're going to stick together whether anyone likes it or not. We're not bothered." Eloise also spoke about the harassment, telling reporters, "It was tough to start with. The first day I let it get to me a lot. But you learn that as long as the pair of you are happy, that's all that matters. The people that matter most are supportive of us." For 10 months, Eloise remained a constant presence at Luke's tournaments. She witnessed his loss in the 2024 World Championship final to Luke Humphries. She celebrated when he won the Premier League, defeating Humphries in revenge. She posted Instagram stories celebrating victories with captions like, The dream carries on. Incredibly proud of you. But the fairy tale couldn't survive reality. July 2024 brought news of their split. Sources cited Luke's brutal schedule, constant travel, tournaments across continents, barely time to sleep, let alone sustain a relationship. Professional darts demands had become incompatible with personal life. Luke addressed the breakup on Instagram with remarkable maturity. For a 17-year-old, everyone needs to stop sending hate towards Eloise, saying it's her fault, this and that. I myself split up with Eloise, and everyone just needs to give us some time. No need for everyone to message her and give her grief. No drama, no public feuding, no bitter posts. Luke took responsibility and defended Eloise from trolls trying to blame her. They agreed to remain friends, with Eloise fully supporting Luke's career. It was a breakup handled with grace and respect, testament to both of them. The new chapter, Faith Millar and Finding Balance. By October 2024, eagle-eyed fans noticed something during one of Luke's gaming live streams with popular streamer Angry Ginge. A female voice could be heard saying, "I'm gonna try and get some sleep because I am so tired." Ginge immediately reacted. "Who's that, Luke? He's had a rotter there." Luke laughed but looked frustrated at being caught. The speculation began, did Luke Littler have a new girlfriend? Her name is Faith Millar. She's 19 years old, a beautician from Wigan specializing in eyelash treatments. Wigan sits just 15 miles from Luke's hometown of Warrington, and the two reportedly met in February 2025. They kept things quiet initially, but by July 2025, they were ready to make it public. The moment came at the World Matchplay Tournament in Blackpool. Cameras caught Luke and Faith sharing a kiss before his quarter-final match, confirming what fans had suspected for months. Unlike his previous relationship, there was less controversy this time. Faith is closer to Luke's age, and the darts community seemed more accepting. Perhaps people had learned from the Eloise situation. Or perhaps Luke's maturity in handling the previous breakup had earned him goodwill. Faith quickly became a fixture at Luke's matches. She was photographed leaving Newcastle's Utilita Arena after Luke won the 8th night of the Premier League, walking under security escort with Luke's arm around her. She sat next to Luke's parents at the Premier League final in May 2025, where Luke lost to rival Luke Humphreys in a thrilling contest. She accompanied Luke to New York for the US Darts Masters, posing for Instagram photos in summer sunshine. She flew to Australia for the Australian Darts Masters, supporting him from the crowd. In June 2025, Faith joined the Littler family on a Spanish holiday, a significant milestone. Photos showed her standing with Luke, celebrating his mother, Lisa's birthday, alongside Anthony, Leon, Caitlin, and baby George. Faith's inclusion in intimate family moments signaled how serious the relationship had become. Luke has spoken about Faith's impact on his life, saying she was just what I needed, as he navigates fame's pressures, constant travel, and global expectations. At 18, Luke experiences celebrity most people never encounter. He's recognized everywhere, stopped for photos, scrutinized by millions. Having someone who understands those pressures, someone his own age offering stability and normalcy, has been invaluable. Faith has handled the spotlight with confidence. She's present but not attention-seeking, supportive but not overbearing. Luke and Faith seem genuinely grounded, two young people navigating an extraordinary situation together, finding moments of normalcy in a life that's anything but normal. Staying grounded. The mansion that feels like home. Despite the millions earned, the mansion, the sponsorship, deals with Microsoft and Boohoo, the Littler family hasn't transformed. Luke still celebrates wins with his favorite post-match meal, kebab and Coke. When asked what he'd buy with his prize money after the 2024 World Championship, he said, "I always treat myself to some Under Armour tracksuits and just get myself a new coat and get myself some FIFA points for my Xbox. That's pretty much it." Lisa still gets nervous watching her son compete. Anthony still offers quiet support. Leon still works his bartending shifts at the Millhouse. Caitlin still posts proud messages on Instagram. Carol still marvels at the 2-year-old who picked up darts and never put them down. The move to the mansion wasn't about status, it was practical. Luke needed space for a dedicated practice room, a place where media commitments could be handled, a home accommodating his growing team. And critically, he wanted his family with him. Anthony, Lisa, and Luke live together in the new house. This isn't a teenager abandoning his roots. This is a teenager who understands that everything he's achieved started with the people who believed in him first. Littler family gatherings remain loud, full of laughter, centered around shared meals and simple joys. When they celebrated Luke's 2025 World Championship victory in Benidorm, they didn't rent luxury resorts or throw ostentatious parties. They visited pubs, took family photos, swam in the pool, and Leon entered a local darts tournament while Luke cheered from the crowd. It was unpretentious, genuine, and perfectly on brand for a family never forgetting where they came from. Anthony once said in an interview that Luke's talent was always obvious, but his character was what made him special. The boy who cried if his parents tried to take away his darts, who practiced for hours without being told, who balanced school with tournaments and fame with humility, that's who Luke Littler is. And that foundation was built by a taxi driver and a candle shop worker who loved their son and let him chase his dream. The legacy being built. From a magnetic dartboard purchased at a pound shop to the pinnacle of professional darts, Luke Littler's journey testifies to talent, dedication, and family. Anthony and Lisa gave him tools and freedom to excel. Leon and Caitlin gave him perspective and unconditional support. Carol and Phil saw his potential before the world knew his name. Eloise supported him through his meteoric rise. Faith now stands beside him as he navigates global stardom. Every 180, Luke throws carries the hopes of a grandmother who knew he was born for this. Every title he wins honors a father who drove him to tournaments and a mother who couldn't bear to watch but couldn't look away. Every 9 darter is a tribute to siblings who celebrated his victories as their own. Luke Littler is the youngest world champion in darts history. But more importantly, he's a son, a brother, a grandson, a boyfriend, and a young man who understands that the people behind the scenes matter just as much as the trophies on the shelf. As he continues rewriting the record books, one thing remains constant: the Littler family, his anchor in a whirlwind world, proving that behind every champion is a story of love, sacrifice, and unwavering belief.